The good news for TSM is their lineup can play pretty fast, right? You have Marcy carry, Beastmaster, one of the faster offlaners, Invoker mid, playing Quaswex will be very fast at moving around and doing things, so they definitely have the tools for it, but the level of execution here, I do feel like TSM need to play a solid game to win this. You can't just kind of like snooze your way to victory here. You need to be active, you need to put pressure in the right points, and make sure Monet doesn't get a clean game. I feel like if this PA gets a fast Battle Fury, you have 10 minutes, and then the game is just out of control almost. Because nobody on TSM's lineup kills PA.
Exactly, that's what I was going to ask.
Actually, nobody.
How do you kill this hero? Like, do you need to go... You have to go, like, Silver Edge or something on Marcy, right?
Yeah, or you need an early MKB. Like, maybe go BKB, MKB or something. Because Marcy also can't play this game without BKB, right? Like, there's just way too many issues. Attack speed slows, stuns... Random. Even when you have BKB, you're still at the mercy of charge and another strike.
This ward is actually in range of a sentry, so it's going to get dewarded at some point.
I'll lose that.
The battle begins.
And they might be fighting over this rune.
This is not good news for
Kasane. Hiding their
Kasane.
heroes. Yeah, Kasane is going to take most of the damage here, so that should be First Blood, and it's going to go to Monet of all heroes. Definitely not who you want to give it to. Well, either him or XWY would have been just awful for TSM.
Never will.
Okay, so good start for Aster. The ward has been dewarded now, so Bryle no longer has vision in the area. But Storm versus Invoker, how does this lane typically go?
I feel like both heroes farm, so what Invoker will try to do is EMP non-stop, so the Storm can't use Remnants, but if the Storm manages to get water runes here and there and a stick, he's probably going to be able to do okay. They have about the same base damage, so even without Remnants, it's still just a skill matchup in terms of last hitting the creeps. So, I think, when all said and done in this lane, I think it's probably just going to be pretty much a draw.
And bottom lane, XXS is getting pressured out completely, but Baboka has pulled an entire wave, and Spearbreaker as a laner, I mean, is it as bad as I think, just generally? I mean, obviously, like, double melee could be good in certain scenarios, but you're against a silencer, man. This feels awful.
Spiritbreaker's saving grace in lane is that he has pretty good stats. The hero has a lot of base armor and a lot of strength.
They're going to try to double team Whitemon. He's very aggressive here.
Double bash?
Twice. XXS. Will he get another? No.
I understand him TPing there. It's like, there is no way he bashes a third time with pseudo-random. Nobody in the world is that lucky. And he's right, so... Well, he gets out, but having to TP there is definitely a bit of a blow to his laning stage pressure now. We can see Baboka just pulling the next wave here. And this one range creep. XXS might just charge this to guarantee the CS. Definitely think he should.
Tomato will be forced to farm onto the tier 1. Oh, he actually gets to dispose off on XXS.
He is not stronger here. There is a full creep wave.
Tomato. Still looking for that high 5, but the tower will be the one to reciprocate.
What do you think about Marcy's attack sound?
Let's see. It's a little weird, I guess. I really thought about it. It's very bare-handed, which fits.
Yeah.
Why? You hate it?
I figured it was the kind of sound that you found was a little bit dull.
It is dull, but again, it's bare hands.
Oh,
right?
top lane. Baboka actually rotating to Ahri.
Very early rotation. Ahri's dead.
Get the kill on the Monkey King. They could have absolutely set that up for Monet to get the last hit, but definitely not bad to get a bit of gold in the MK as well. And XXS, the good news is they can kind of leave him alone, because Marcy's Silencer don't really pose the biggest of threats to this hero. If he's ever in trouble, he can just charge mid. They have no way of stopping it, because in order to pressure him in the first place, Marcy has to melee him. And then she can't react with... Oh my god,
charge bottom, Whitemon just dead.
Goodness.
What in God's name just happened there?
Tomato tipping him. It's like, you lucky bastard.
Wow. Alright, well, if you have
definitely...
If you have great bashes, Cinder, then I think Spiritbreaker works any game.
Yeah, if Bash wasn't active, this hero might be picked a lot more.
Your next attack will bash. Sounds like Slardar.
Yeah.
Baboka went mid during that time, and as we're seeing top lane actually some more action. Monet taking a ton of damage from the axes, but Kasane has to be a bit careful.
Gonna die.
And
they'll
just a
give
little bit of
vision
vision.
for Monet to get the
Monet. Stifling dagger.
Shannon, this
gives
is
him
not
another
good.
kill.
This is about worse than last game, and I said it couldn't get more one-sided than that, but this
Is
start
it worse?
for Aster...
The mid lane's not the worst.
Mid is better, but the
Bryle's
again,
losing, but not by that much.
The thing to keep in mind is we talked about the overall implications of how the game is going to flow, right? And what each team has to offer. If Aster win the lanes this hard, PA will get a fast Fury, and the Storm is doing well too. So, I mean, it's not like I'm dooming the game now. It's not. Don't understand it like that. But TSM definitely have to find a better start than this. And I don't know where it's going to come from. It's probably going to be Bryle rotating.
And it does
Bryle
feel like
even
this,
being bullied here.
Oh, okay.
They find a kill on Pichu.
They do. Bryle's gonna live.
That'll help.
Of course, there's no rotation from any supports this time from Aster, but expect the Jakiro to potentially TP mid to refill the bottle of XWY, which might open up a kill onto Bryle. As we're still 1 minute away from the first power rune spawning. Bryle is going for the Meteor Hammer, so no big surprises for Quaswex build. And I believe XWY is working on the Witchblade. Or maybe these are treads, actually, I'm not sure. And Tomato, 25 and 10. So his farm is much better than last game, this early on at least. And he will be going for Battle Fury, it looks like. I mean, what do you think of Marcy carry in this meta? We don't get
I think
to see
it's
it
very
too
hit or
often.
miss.
Yeah.
And again, I feel like TSM picked it by necessity this game. I don't think it's a good Marcy game per se. They just, maybe it was the best option that they saw that they had left. To try to solve the problem. And it kind of goes to show probably why Aster picked the PA when they did. They counted what bans they needed to do, which was Bloodseeker and Terrorblade. They already banned Morph earlier. And they know what Tomato plays, so... kind of
Bryle gets the illusion rune, so able to deny that from the Storm at the very least. Baboka taking lots of damage to the Cold Snap. We'll have to Boundless Strike just to get away. That's some good news for TSM. Rune control is theirs for now. But let's see if they're able to stem the bleeding that Aster has inflicted upon them thus far.
XXS is almost level 6. Tomato just hit 5. So
Yeah,
bottom
that's not
lane
great.
actually becomes ripe for kills as well for Aster.
Do you think
if they
that this
rotate.
hero was Spirit Breaker picked just as a was that was the last pick, right?
Yeah.
Was that picked just because Marcy is their main carry? Melee heroes just get crushed by Spirit Breaker, just have an easy lockdown.
It's probably part of the reason. At least they feel like, okay, the way Marcy works is she's gonna pop her ult and then she needs to stick. And Spirit Breaker has 2 BKB piercing stuns if he gets Ags. So that might just be the logic. That way they can keep Marcy under control at all times.
Yeah, that does make sense. So early 1k lead for Aster. Monet, I think he's actually
So
finishing
rich
his
on
tread
PA.
before he goes for his Battle Fury, but yeah. It's going to be a really fast Battle Fury if he keeps this up.
44 CS, 2 kills, 1 assist. And one of the kills was First Blood, even.
Yeah, this was being spotted out by the Hawk the whole time, so Baboka's transition over not really going to reap any benefits for Aster. 8-minute rune about to come up. See if Bryle can get lucky again. I think the Meteor Hammer is on its way. Now we can try to pressure this tower. They're pinging out the runes. So he's going to walk bottom. And Ari able to stun out Storm. And it might cost him his life, but at the very least, the rune will not go the way of XWY. He's actually out of mana now. But counter initiation from Baboka. Yeah, Ari lives. So TSM getting a little bit lucky.
This is really good news for them. With Storm being out of mana, he might actually lose his mid tower already to Bryle minute 8. That is huge for TSM. They really need something like this.
The last like 4 minutes. The Storm Spirit's been dry of mana. Not quite deniable yet. As XXS making his way over. He's gonna get. Oh, all right.
Snap.
Yeah, it stuns him out of the charge. Who's heading towards the top lane. Monet, he wants to finish off Ari in this river area. He's going to get that relatively easily. And here comes a Meteor Hammer in the mid lane, but another strike from XFX doesn't actually cancel it out, so they do get the tower, but it might cost him his life. Okay, Ghost Walk not going to be enough. So Aster able to clean that up, but I mean the mid tower is pretty gigantic.
Yeah, for sure. This is
Actually, which one's better? I mean, I think it's better for TSM though, right?
yeah, for sure. Getting this tower is huge. Invoker will, you know, he's going to make moves to the side lanes now that he dies. I think the perfect play is to find a kill on PA if you can accomplish that somehow. At the same time, I think Aster will be expecting this, so they are going to start preparing defensive lines here. You see Picho's already covering. But with good execution, this Jakiro is not going to keep the PA alive regardless against Invoker. But Braille is back to mid for now. And him showing on this wave is actually pretty important for Aster. It gives them a lot of safety. I guess he's going to push out this wave and try to get it all the way to the mid tier 2, and then he can make his move, and he has a lot of time to go wherever he wants. See what his
10-minute rune coming up. And he guesses right again. 3 in a row for Bryle. What a god. Pulling his inner Quinn. Now that Quinn's no longer NA, Bryle's able to kind of take that from him. The Boka's going to be spotted here. Okay, Cold Snap into the Tornado. Meteor Hammer to follow. Does not connect, though. Of course, his support's only level 4 apiece here. As we're going to see the charge top. Now that they've seen all these heroes down there, Sonny's going to get pressured. It might just be the death of him. Does have his roar. Able to get it off before the Ice Path actually connects. Whitemon TP's in as well, but another strike. Stifling Dagger. And the presence of mind of XWY to go for even more.
Oh, he's in trouble, actually, if he stays too... He's out of mana.
Yep, Cold Snap.
Telekinesis
back. Tornado does miss, but... Yeah, that's actually...
I mean, I don't know if they could have chased, to be fair. Maybe not, but... Alright.
Well,
I really thought TSM were going to get a big
Tomato
counter kill there on the Storm. But no.
Tomato getting complete free farm now, and he's halfway to his Battle Fury. Which, if we compare to the PA, actually roughly the same.
Yeah, Monet has a Orb of Corrosion, so... But I guess Tomato has a raindrop. It's like somewhat close. Monet 500 ahead on net worth.
It could have been, I mean, based on last game, this is certainly an improvement, though. Made it seem like it was about to head towards that direction. But those runes, TSM, Rune Gods.
Bryle warding under a ward, so this one will get removed almost immediately. Monet is going to blur and get it. Actually, it's just going to blur and move to top. Can't see the board right now, but they do know it's there. You would think...
And Bryle is charged. He was looking for a potential opportunity there to get Meteor Hammer off, but they have vision. Stifling Dagger. I think he is just dead. Actually, nice Tornado. Meteor Hammer coming, but canceled by the Boundless Strike, and 4 members of Aster will be happy to take his life. His charge was stolen.
Not the best spell on Rubik. You put yourself in a pretty rough position by using it.
Yeah, a pretty juicy stack here. XWY, he's going to zip in with very little mana. He just gets Primal Roared, and Tomato going to be using the Unleash for the first time. A very weird kill.
Guess Aster just weren't expecting these heroes to be there. Like, TSM had the entire team in the triangle. Nobody bottom, nobody mid. Which, to be sure, is kind of surprising minute 12, that they're grouping up that hard. Like, that's generally not what most teams do in terms of overall efficiency, but that time around, you get a big kill for it, so can't say it wasn't worth it.
Oh, charging on Monet. Ari making good use of that spell. EMP's there with the Cold Snap and the Meteor Hammer. That's
Huge
enough.
Kill.
Big kill for TSM.
One they need. This puts Tomato ahead for the first time this game.
Radiant's middle tower is
You
under
can see
attack.
Kasane taking out a nice stack here as well, so working his way towards the eventual helm of the Overlord. Yeah, looking a lot better for TSM now.
Yeah, I was maybe dooming them a bit too hard. I thought the first 5 minutes were starting to look really grim, and this could have turned really snowbally, but they've stemmed the bleeding. They got the mid tower, they got the top tower. This Meteor Hammer on Invoker has been huge for just the overall flow of the game now. Ari will die.
Boca. Bought it.
If they
Ari,
cast their spells.
Charge. All right.
Oh,
Wasn't
are you
able to get Vision
serious?
for the Nether Strike, and Storm couldn't get him either. Mid lane, though, we're going to have a big fight as the charge actually might be used to take out the PA, potentially. Bryle, he's just going to right-click. There's the Global Silence for the first time this game. Down goes PA, down goes Jakiro. What a turn of events for TSM. Gracious me, oh my.
I can't believe they didn't cast a spell on the Rubik. He was envisioned the whole time.
Might die here, but he did his... That might be the best charge I've ever seen from a Rubik, ever.
Yeah,
Like,
he avoids
he
3
got out of
heroes
2
and he
heroes,
kills
he-
the enemy 1.
He stuns Storm Spirit as he's traveling there, which could easily have stunned him.
But I mean, that's just first game of the day syndrome for Aster in game 2, right? Like that's... I mean, there's no need to sugarcoat it. That's just not good enough. Like, how do they let him charge there? That's
crazy.
And it can't be overstated how important it is either. Like, he survives, he kills PA and Jakiro, and none of these things happen if they just cast a spell on him in the trees there. I'm pretty sure they had full vision from the Monkey King. You just let him get
I
out.
thought so, but...
Guess they just
mean,
weren't aware he
maybe-
had charge? I mean, that's the only explanation I have, but
Yeah.
there's plenty of time to
See
click the hero
combo
there.
again from Bryle.
Yeah, he's gonna kill
Boca
the Boca here.
completely drained of mana. Deafening Blast.
Maybe.
Oh,
Alright.
he actually pops the
Good
wand.
sticks. He's fine. Never mind.
And you've been making a lot of great calls.
Yeah, I must say... I've been on point so far.
Yeah, keep it up. You know that there's a stock market guy, what's his name? Something Kramer.
Oh, yeah.
You know about him?
Yeah, yeah.
There's a meme that he's just wrong all the time, and that's basically you.
Yeah.
In Dota. It's impressive. Like, you can just bet against everything you say, and you'll probably make a lot of money.
Yeah. That's pretty sad when you think about it.
Yeah. You're an analyst.
Yeah.
I mean, that just goes to show how the small little... Oh!
Oh,
He
not a
actually
long
does
enough
get
zip.
tornadoed, and that is the death of Storm Spirit. Man, I thought he was out of there for sure, and that's a big steal. The zip.
Notice
on
how I
the
didn't
Ari.
predict him dying or surviving, so I can't be wrong.
Yeah, that's good. You just do, oh, that's what all you have to do, and you never know which way you're thinking.
That's play-by-play right there.
Pretty much. That's how I've made a living. Monet? He's blurred right now.
Damn,
His
Kasane
farm.
now almost topping the net worth on the Beastmaster. This has turned around in a big way for TSM after a
Radiant's bottom
little bit of a
tower
rough
is under
early
attack.
laning stage. They've made a couple of good moves and really, once again, the mid-tower falling minute 9 to that Meteor Hammer from Invoker, instrumental in their ability to play the map this way.
Yep.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And in terms of the Battle Fury watch, Monet finally gets his. So he was on track for a legitimately 13-minute Battle Fury with
Yep.
treads and corrosion.
Killed him twice.
So
Big.
delayed by like
Radiant's
3.5
bottom
minutes,
tower is under
and
attack.
that obviously gave Tomato the opportunity to lead now. So he has Battle Fury and basically just a recipe away from BKB. So that would be the go time for TSM.
Speaking of BKB, Spirit Breaker has his in 400
top tower
with
Oh wow!
drums.
Damn.
And I think
Really
he's going to go Ags after. Yeah, he's top net worth in his team, XXS, on the Spirit Breaker. Pretty surprising.
Oh,
And now he's going to die. Well,
he's a zip in from Ari. Thought that was his friend for a moment there, but no. He's gonna charge out, but that last right click connects, and Bryle.
told you he was going to die. I knew the whole time.
Good job, Sin.
Don't doubt me. It wasn't
need
even
a-
close.
A few more games under your belt, then you'll be a good analyst again.
Imagine me casting CSGO, how long that would go.
Well, that's
Alright,
an
well,
unleashed kill for
quick
Tomato.
and easy kill for Tomato.
Yeah. And
Oh,
into
he's
the
going to
pit.
transition
Okay.
into Roche with this.
Well,
Okay,
that's
I like
cool.
it. I like it.
That was sexy, actually, with an ancient granite golem.
Yep. This
40
is
and a half
really, really
HP.
good from TSM. I don't know if Aster are able to contest this at all, and whether they even expect it to be
I
happening.
don't know if they expected. This is pretty freaking fast. 18-minute Roche. And you have wild axes and
Alacrity. All right.
very
TSM
nice.
building
Blink
their way
dagger on
to a
Ari.
strong mid game.
Wow, that is fast. Jeez. Very impressive. And Kasane obviously has had this helmet with Overlord and going to be going for the Crimson Guard next. not the most common item we see these days. Is that just a PA thing?
Which, sorry?
The Crimson Guard for Beastmaster?
I mean, it's also okay against Wukong's command, but he's a support. I don't think it's the best item here.
Radiant's
I don't
bottom
know.
tower is
Like,
under
maybe the
attack.
goal is for TSM. They feel like, okay, this game is timed, right? We are
Dire's
looking
top
to
tower
end at a
is
specific
under
timing,
attack.
and maybe the idea is, alright, Crimson
Dire's
Guard is gonna
structures
bridge
are
the gap
fortified.
and just get us across the finish line, but I feel like Pipe would just be better then in this game. Probably.
Oh, Brian, does he spot XWY? Ari does. The Chikira
With
dies
another
on
solo kill.
the bottom lane, yeah. Still with the Aegis for quite a ways here, as BKB is now on the way for Tomato, so, but he doesn't have his ult for 70 seconds. And actually, that's my question for you. For position 1 Marcy, do you ever fight without your ult? Is it just completely ult dependent?
Yeah, pretty much. I guess in this game you have Alacrity and Beastmaster Aura, which helps, but your hero's just not really good without it as a carry, right? It is only a 1-minute cooldown on level 3 though, so... Yeah.
Luckily, they
Wow,
don't really need
canceling
him to
his
push.
hammer there.
Beastmaster, Alacrity applied to the Ancient Granite Golem just beats the ever-living crap out of that tower. Monet, he's about 1,000 away from Battle Fury. He's trying to get some farm in the bot lane, but he's being spotted. Yeah, he's just going to TP out.
Look at that. Still, it feels like these last 10 minutes have just been TSM success one after the other. Now they get the mid-tier 2, so they unlock outposts. But there still is that... I can't shake the feeling that Aster are gonna get a good fight sometime soon with these items that they're about to get. BKB on Breaker, BKB on PA, and a BKB on Storm. The Storm one is the furthest away. That one is about, what's that, 2,000? So quite a ways to go for that. But the other, even just the other two, Growl's gonna open Baboka. Should be able
Yes,
to get it.
indeed. He is Dunzo.
With the double damage and Witchblade, he deals a lot of damage now, but didn't get the deny on the tower though.
Because he was
Bit
too
of a-
busy trying to get gold.
Yep. You get gold for denying the tower though.
Yeah.
You knew that.
Yeah. Sure did.
Oh, they found Storm.
They
Didn't matter.
I was gonna say they're not in position yet.
Invoker was close to being able to chain off that one, to be fair, but not quite.
The media
Meantime,
hammer.
Kasane doing
I know that
Beastmaster
they've
things
been-
bottom.
Okay. Cold snap with meteor hammer is so disgusting though. It procs off the damage over time.
It is very, very good for a reason.
This is gonna be another tier 2 tower, so only one remains, and TSM taking full advantage of this Aegis. Aster just not really interested in fighting, understandably so. Another minute 20. Is this enough to get another tower, or will they poke high ground a little bit? Blink Dagger now on Tomato, by the way, so wanting to get ultra aggressive. Does that surprise you at all? He didn't go for an MKB. Actually going for... Okay, it is going to be a Silver Edge next.
Well,
He does wanna
maybe.
get a
He's
break.
only getting the Shadow Blade as it looks, but I'm assuming he's considering one or the other, right? Silver Edge or Basher. He's eyeing up both. I don't know. Like, I feel like MKB would just be really reliable here. That allows you to win the fist fight with PA, because otherwise you're reliant on getting the jump. If PA ever gets the jump on you, or his team initiates and PA BKBs, I don't know if you can really deal with her at all, but with MKB, you're always a threat. But yeah, for now, not really, doesn't seem to be the plan for Tomato. That was what I was expecting. I kind of like the dagger for now, but...
Oh, Monet.
He also hasn't committed yet. He might change his mind.
Yeah.
Bearing?
I mean, if you're going to go Shadow Blade, surely you go Silver Edge, though, right? And if you go Basher, you're going to go Abyssal.
Yeah, you would think so. I feel like Tomato's job in this game is to deal with the PA. Yeah, there we go. He swapped it up now. Swipped it up.
Okay, so MKB will be the choice.
Gets
No,
the Blitz
Basher.
Knuckles.
It's now Basher will be the
Okay, he
choice. He
swapped
keeps
it back.
changing his
He
mind.
is indecisive.
Very exciting. Something's coming.
Baboka
in the
spotted.
courier.
They are not committing the NATO yet.
Baboka, you are dead. Congratulations. It's only a 4K lead for TSM. Not I mean, it's a decent
It's not
amount,
insurmountable,
it's
but
not
they have really
crazy.
good map control with all the towers they've taken, right? They've taken 5 towers to the 2 of Aster, but Aster is
Don't
still
you
finding
think,
farm.
Radiant's
yeah, I was gonna
bottom
say,
tower
does that
is
mean
under
Aster is
attack.
just farming better than TSM? Because if you have a 3-tower advantage, it should be maybe a bigger lead than this.
Yeah, they also got a Roche, right? So, yeah, technically, you'd think maybe a slightly bigger lead, maybe Aster being a little bit more efficient, but it also stems from how TSM move around the map, right? They're bringing a lot of heroes to their moves, they're playing it safe, but that
They're
obviously means you're
charging.
min-maxing.
They want to
overblast.
go here.
Nice lift from
Telekinesis
Ari.
cancels, but he did have the bulldoze activated. Sonny's gonna be spotted out. Gets off the roar onto the Storm Spear, but he's kind of in a weird spot now. Cold Snap applied to Baboka. He looks to be a freebie, as Storm Spear has to just waddle away. Sunstrike, good attempt, but not gonna find anyone. So TSM winning this little engagement. Tomato's ult is now down.
Now what Tomato needs to,
finish
or
this tier
what
two.
TSM, which also includes Tomato, what they need to be careful of now is overstaying here. Because I think when Monkey King is alive, the next fight is actually Aster favored. They didn't pop any BKBs there. So, with the global expended and Monkey King having a fresh Orchid when he shows up, and you see Aster have the same read, they just want to hunt them now. No global, no roar, and no unleash.
Yeah, Brile
This
is
is
going
a
to
really
right into
potentially great fight for them.
XXS. So, alright, they're going to initiate onto Kasane instead. Ice Path connect. Monet finally pops his BKB. Trying to go on top of Kasane, but the Crimson Guard is very tanky. There's the zip in. Finally, that should be enough. Tornado comes in, connects onto 2. Should be able to get the trade onto the Spirit Breaker, so it's a 1-for-1. Tomato finally popping the BKB, but not really able to use it fully.
Monkey
Monet
ult.
looks like he's going to be fine to get away. Yeah, Wukong's command.
Alright, they weren't going to use it.
Use
Fight
for more
rotated.
zoning.
Okay.
Ooh, okay, nice crit from Monet.
Oh, there's a gem on the
I
ground.
think TSM still want to fight. They get it disposed onto Monet, trying to focus him down, but a nice ice path from the friendly Jakiro. Monet ticking away ever so slowly, but he is going to be fine. And now Aster trying to clean up everybody. There's the macro fire ice path again, and Brile takes a tumble. So a 4-for-1.
Even looking for more here, Baboka was trying on Tomato, but yeah, that's case in point right there, right? Like, it actually looked kind of promising for TSM. They just run out of steam. No unleash. Marcy's kind of a non-factor, and they were lacking some key cooldowns. And ultimately, they land a couple of spells here and there, and that's enough. And a big gold swing. That was like a 3 or 4k recovery from Aster by forcing that fight to happen. And the big winner there is Monet. He's completing a Death Zone now and working on his Basher. And this is only going to get worse and worse. When this hero reaches critical mass, you only have your Marcy to rely on. If she gets controlled by the Spirit Breaker, who is buying Ags as expected, it feels like Monet can just play fights however he wants. The whole lead is just gone now.
Yeah.
Very scary.
Well, this
TSM's
next
still
Roche,
showing
which-
what they can do, obviously. Like, they definitely have the moves in them, but overstaying there.
It does feel like with the Spirit Breaker, they're able to kite the Marcy pretty well during the BKB and Unleash. Although it hasn't really come into play yet, but they have that option. Now the next Roche, it's a bit of a late one. It's now about 2 minutes away. I think it was like 2:45 or something. That will be very... I think that's something that TSM has to get, or they're just going to start losing this lead even more so.
Probably,
That'll put
yeah.
Aster in the
You would
driver's
also
seat.
expect their team to pull it off, right? Like, they just need one pick off with any smoke, and they can kill it so fast, as we've already seen with the Unleash plus Beastmaster. Monet approaching level 18, a big breaking point for this hero. So huge
this-
damage increase.
Like how this Tier 1 tower is still standing in the mid lane somehow at
Yep.
27.5 minutes.
Barely even taken a dent.
Oh, Tomato is close to MKB though.
It's big.
He is 650 away. He hasn't really had any opportunity to fight though in 1v1, really. 'Cause you're gonna have to lock down the PA for that to actually happen, because PA can always just blink strike away. So the roar is gonna be pretty crucial.
Invisibility.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're not looking to fight at all.
The layout for the fights is actually pretty transparent for both teams, right? For TSM, if in any way possible you want to roar the PA and just kill her with Unleash. And for Aster, if you can get the stuns on the Marcy, your PA has a free fight. So it feels like the whole upcoming fights really revolve around who gets vision on Monet and who gets to start.
Radiant's middle tower
The global
under
is
attack.
extremely powerful in that regard. It means if you do get the roar, you have pretty good coverage. Spirit Breaker can BKB off the global and then charge the Marcy, but the damage might still be overwhelming if they do it fast enough with the dagger. If she just gets out of like 5 swings of the Unleash with MKB, that might just be enough to kill the PA on the spot. PA obviously with pretty low health. Only 1700 to go right now.
What do you think of Boots of Bearing on Bryle?
Yeah, I found it a bit interesting
Very
too.
utility. I mean, the way that I look at it is because it's a mid hero. That's not really something you're gonna typically buy, but it
It's
reduces.
just really valuable for the team's timing of what they were trying to do, right? And I guess they just talked about who
Radiant
buys
are
them.
scanning.
Yeah,
That was
and
gonna be him
it is
'cause he
good
wanted
against
drums
Stifling
anyway.
Dagger if you're getting chased, because it'll basically just
Yeah.
not let it slow for a portion of the time. There's the MKB and there's the smoke. So TSM looking to get
This
off
is a
into
huge
Roche.
moment for them.
WY. Looks like he'll avoid this.
Well, they see Monet. This is the dream if they get the jump.
It'd be a bit difficult to close the gap.
It's just gonna
Not
take
with
the
a
outpost.
blink dagger or anything. Yeah.
That definitely gives away exactly what's happening, but it also sets them up better for the Roche.
It does. And I think, yeah, Halberd is going to be what Kasane is actually working on to counter the PA. I thought they would go for a blink or something, because their initiation is a bit suspect right now.
Sussy.
Yep. WY has the
Here we
haste
go.
rune bottled right now. Okay, they're going to go into Roche
Donato saving the
without getting a
Unleash.
kill
This is good.
first.
He needs to save in case the fight breaks out.
After they smoke. Moment of
That's
truth
right.
here. Roche is going down really fast.
get
XWY
vision,
is
now
going
they
to
can
zip
charge.
in. There's the charge on Tomato. Early BKB from XWY. There's the global science to keep him in play, though. Now he has to just walk it off. He's going to get roared and brought down. 50 seconds of no
buyback.
storm here. Buys back into the game. There's the Unleash. XXS getting a beautiful nether strike onto Tomato during his ult. Monet getting control in the meantime as well, though. He pops his BKB, trying to focus on somebody as everybody else will run out of the Wukong's command. Sunstrike coming. That's going to be enough to take out the Monkey King. XWY going to use his Electric Vortex. There's the jump in from Monet. They burst down Bryle, who now buys back in the game himself. They know how important this second Roche will be. Basher even picked up from Monet, not saving any gold. They're going to get the
recovering
outpost.
the gem here. Aster didn't see it. That's pretty big that they get to keep this for now.
Now the
Yeah,
stalemate continues.
Great play from TSM to lock down the storm there, right? They global after his BKB initiation, then they roar him and kill him, but it also means that they've used a lot of spells and he does have the buyback, so kind of seemed potentially premeditated there from Aster to try to bait a fight out of that. But didn't really get the biggest reward. I think TSM did a good job there of just chilling, staying alive, and they might just get the grand reward here of the Roche.
Unleash
now
is
PA
up
BKB
again.
still on cooldown.
Charge coming
Charge.
in. Actually, we'll go
Lifted again.
through with it. Ari, it's off the lift. There's a different XWY. Doesn't have any mana, though. It has to be extremely careful. But TSM not able to capitalize on that. And instead, Unleash pop by Tomato. He deletes Monkey King again. And with
That's
XWY
Roche.
out of mana, that should be the Roche for TSM.
Nicely done. Back and
the
forth,
shard.
but they bide their time. They get the Unleash back online, and they find themselves an opportune moment against the Monkey King and the Storm out of mana, and then it's nice and easy for them. Ari's been on the ball with his telekinesis. It's not like lifting Spirit Breaker is hard to do, but you have to be quick if he's coming from an odd angle. And he's got him every single time to really combo break the Spirit Breaker. It feels like XXS might have to start BKBing his charge in as he is arriving to make sure he connects on his target. Might have been on cooldown there, though. Now he has the Ags, so
Yeah, that's a good one.
definitely, again,
Bryle is
pretty
holding
transparent.
on to the shard. He has not consumed it yet. They're still discussing it, I guess. Finally does. So Chaos Meter will have 2 extra meatballs.
yep. Some good pasta.
Not too bad. I mean, the shards in this game are not the craziest. The only one that's really good is Rubik's, who already had one, of course. I mean, if they get the roar off, then The Invoker shard is going to be extremely good, but we'll see if
Made a
Kasane
case
goes
for
for
dive
Blink
bomb, I
Ranks.
guess. But
How good is dive bomb now that doesn't stun? The root it's good, but
it's still pretty good.
certainly a huge nerf to that. Up.
It's quite
Root the
impressive that
Baron.
Aster managed to keep this game at 2k. Still, like, the lead is so insignificant. This is just all about execution. There's no, like, clear massive advantage except for the Aegis. Tomato currently backpacking the Basher. Wonder if he should swap out
Radiant's
his
middle
treads
tower is under
instead.
attack.
Oh, he's TPing top. They see the charge from XXS. They're gonna try to make a move on it.
Yeah.
No, never mind. He just wants to kill creeps. Nope, never mind.
Oh,
is
he
going
actually
for it.
goes for it. Nether Strike is there. And with no backup, can he actually continue this?
I think he's gonna find it.
Quite fast. Oh,
Global?
global silence for the mid fight, apparently. There's a Primal Roar, but Kasane's on the run. He's getting charged.
They're really
throughout all of
separated. This is bad for
Optic Crimson
TSM.
Guard. XWY is out of mana, though, so I don't know how much contribute here, but there's a triple meatball surprise. Delicious spaghetti for everybody.
This is great for TSM.
TP's keep changing her mind here. There's the stolen charge from Ari, able to take out one, make it
Told
two.
you.
And now
Oh
they
shit,
steal the
Storm's out of
static
mana again. Would you
remnant.
look at that?
He doesn't have the zip, which is what he would want. As he's
He's
attempting to TP out. Bryle,
probably fine.
Yeah.
Bryle had no stuns. Okay, so I thought this was gonna be really bad for TSM, right? Tomato
Not
TP's
over yet,
top.
Cinderin.
Hang on.
Tomato jumps into their base and now
First
surrounded
a
by
buyback.
creeps.
Very nice. All right.
Very exciting. Okay, go ahead.
So the reason this looked so good for Aster is that Tomato jumps top and uses Unleash and doesn't kill the Spirit Breaker, who then charges mid. And I thought he was going to be able to connect on the Beastmaster in the river, but Kasane managed to get all the way behind the tier 1 tower and get them into a really compromised position. And Aster just couldn't dive it. So that worked out way better for TSM than I had thought.
Dire structures are fortified.
Glyph forced out here.
Dire's middle tower
And Macro
is under
Fire.
attack.
Okay. And all 5 up for Aster, so they can definitely try to defend this. Tomato with the
This
Aegis
is
for another minute 20.
Not the easiest team to push into. Wukong's command soon. Storm always a beast on defense. Spirit Breaker charges. Ice Paths.
They do have a lot of damage to hit this.
They do.
Between the sidekick and Invoker buffs. Okay. They zipped in, but now zip back out. Mono at half HP, but like you said, Aegis still intact for another minute.
I'll get the range tracks with the
And the
Alacrity on the
will
Siege
help.
Creep.
They're going to try
Whoa,
to go in.
okay.
There's the initiation onto the Jakiro. A nice roar onto Monet. He's actually completely out of mana. Gets bursted down by Tomato. But he buys back into the game, and that means TSM will try to back away. There's the stun, though. And the global silence to follow, so XWY can't do much yet. Nether Strike just trying to buy a little bit of time, but XSX just getting bursted down again. But nice stuns onto Tomato to prevent the death under the Spirit Breaker. So he's going to have to back away now. But again, no deaths for TSM, and they end up getting the melee racks as well. So full set of racks going their way as Baboka. I'm not sure if they know he's here, but he's fine. Yeah, they're looking in the trees for him, but
Just super clean from TSM. They did exactly what they needed to do. They get the roar on the PA, they burst her instantly with the Marcy, and then they reset and get out and lose nothing. And get the melee racks. Just very, very clean. You can just chill now. Sure, you lose your Aegis at this point, but I don't think it's even necessary to have it as long as they can... As long as they're the initiators, and they kill PA, the game ends. And
another courier?
PA will not survive. And Ari, for the 100th time there...
Oh, they got
Oh.
it! Did it not have fortification? What is this? Monkey King, Baboka.
They find the PA.
Oh boy.
Oh, boy.
Oh boy. That's a big one. That is a dieback. And now they're focusing down the Spirit Breaker. He does have the buyback, but without PA, they just called GG. My goodness. TSM.
Yeah, this Radiant lineup's gonna get megas within the next 30 seconds. With Marcy, Beastmaster, and Invoker Alacrity. So,
Wow.
damn. That was... In classic TSM fashion, they get a draw. That's their 5th draw in a row.
Yep, and
Finding the PA multiple